Breaking news in the NFL. The long-awaited trade of Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets is now completed. Per multiple reports, the Jets and Packers will swap first-round picks this year, with Green Bay moving up to number 13 and the Jets sliding down to 15. The Packers will also receive a second-round pick this year and another in 2024 that can convert into a first-round pick if Rodgers plays in 65% of the plays this season. It closes the book on a Hall of Fame career in Green Bay, where he was a four-time MVP and led the franchise to its fourth Super Bowl title during the 2010 season. Now the focus moves to winning a Super Bowl in New York. The Jets have not won the big one since winning it all with Joe Namath back in Super Bowl III. Let's bring in our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones, for more on this deal. JJ, first of all, your reaction to the news that Aaron Rodgers is now a member of the New York Jets.
Well, a sigh of relief as a reporter that this is finally done. And it's not officially done, Jeremy. GM Brian Gutekunst of the Green Bay Packers, very clear that this has been finalized. That is what my sourcing and reporting is telling me. But it is not officially done, that a couple other things still have to be completed, including but not limited to Aaron Rodgers working out a restructured deal that's going to help facilitate this trade. And so it's going to be very interesting. One of the more convoluted contracts in all of the NFL when you consider all of the extensions and void years and everything that they have done over the past couple of years with Aaron Rodgers' deal. What exactly that's going to look like. So still plenty more to figure out in terms of the numbers on that. But fans probably don't care about that necessarily. They care, okay, who's going to be the quarterback of what team? And here, obviously, Aaron Rodgers, as we have known for really a month or so, ever since that New York Jets plane went from New Jersey all the way out to Malibu and met with Aaron Rodgers and his representation more than a month ago. We have known that Aaron Rodgers would ultimately be a New York Jet for the 2023 season. And so here we are. We just didn't know when exactly it would happen. And Jeremy, what I can tell you is that the last time these two sides talked up till last week was at the NFL owners meetings in Phoenix, Arizona. And then things kind of cooled off for a little bit. And then they re-engaged late last week. And so they talked over the weekend, worked out these parameters, this trade compensation. And so now what you have is heading into the draft, both teams knowing exactly what they have going into Thursday night with a quick little pick swap there in the first round. And then, of course, that second rounder. Ultimately, what folks need to understand is this is really, if you believe Aaron Rodgers is going to play 65% of the snaps, which of course he will, this is really Aaron Rodgers, 1 and 2.
Well, in terms of the deal getting done, I mean, as you mentioned, there's still some details to work out, but the expectation is Rodgers is going to be playing in green and white for the 2023 NFL season. So he reunites with Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, what are the expectations here with Rodgers coming over and rejoining Hackett in terms of what it means for this offense in New York?
Super Bowl, right? I mean, that is absolutely what is going to be the expectation here in New York with the Jets. You're going to have these expectations where, yeah, okay, it's Nathaniel Hackett, two guys who know one another well, of course, their years together in Green Bay as his offensive coordinator. And obviously it didn't work out in Denver necessarily for Nathaniel Hackett, but these two believe that it's going to work out for both of them in New York. Look, you don't send a 2 and a 1 essentially to Green Bay for a four-time MVP with no thought or hope. Or obviously you have hope, but you don't know that he's going to be playing in 2024. You can hope that, but you don't know that, and certainly not beyond that. And so really the New York Jets believe that this is our one shot. This is our one good year. It's 2023. We should have been in the playoffs after the way that we started, the middle of the season, and then obviously the collapse there in the third quarter of the year into the end. And so if you add a guy who is an MVP caliber quarterback, if not an MVP like he was 2 of the past 3 years, then what you're going to get is a team that maybe can win the AFC East. Maybe you can win some playoff games, but it's not just about getting into the wild card game. It's not just about winning the division. This is about finally getting over that hump, a hump that the New York Jets franchise has been unable to get over really in modern NFL times. We can talk about Super Bowl III. I don't remember Super Bowl III. I remember the Jets losing in the AFC title game more than a decade ago, and they need to get back to that. That's what the standard and the bar is here.
Super Bowl or bust now that Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, or set to be the quarterback, of the New York Jets. Lead NFL insider Jonathan Jones joining us here to discuss this breaking news. Aaron Rodgers has completed a deal, or is in the process of completing a deal, that will send him from the Packers to the Jets. Of course, more on this and everything leading up to the NFL draft on the Pick 6 podcast. You can download and follow wherever you get your podcast audio.